Good morning, early years. Today we're going to do some football style stuff. So we're going to do some kicking and passing with the ball. I'm just going to run through the basics first really quickly. I've then just got a big ball. If you've got football, great. If you've only got something like a basketball or a big bouncy ball, that's absolutely fine. Whatever you've got to use to kick, that's ideal. And then I've got some cones, but like we've done previously, you could use some bags or some scarves or jumpers or whatever, because your cones are just going to be markers laid out for you to have somewhere to guide towards. So very simple to start with. I'm going to look at how to kick the ball. I want you to try this with both feet, so your left foot and your right foot. And very simply, you can either kick it with a partner, you can kick it against a wall if you've got a wall that you're allowed to kick it against, or just on the grass, kick it into a space, and then you can run onto it and then kick it back to where you were stood, so you can just practice kicking it nice and gently. I'm going to start with the ball on the floor, and you're going to use the inside of your foot as you kick it forwards, just finishing your leg nice and straight to try and get the ball to go nice and straight. So if you just watch me. So start with the ball on the floor, you step to the side of the ball with the opposite foot, and with your kicking foot you're just going to swing forwards and kick through. I will then can run onto the ball. I'm just going to bring it back slightly so you can see, and then I'm going to try with my other leg. Okay, so I'll step forward with my right foot, use my left foot to just kick the ball forward, following through with that motion. Okay, and get it back in. I'm going to try again with my stronger leg, my right leg, and I'm just going to kick forwards, and then you can run onto it, and then again with my weak leg, I'm going to step and kick forwards. Have a few attempts and see how you get on. You might find your strong legs really good and you're kicking it really hard, so aim for that control and the straightness, and then practice on your weaker leg. Have a go at both. You're then going to set yourself up 2 posts like a goal. You might have a football goal, which you could use, or you ideally want something that you can then move. So you might want to use the football goal to start with and then use some markers, or just use some markers straight away. I'm going to use the big cones in a moment so you can see. And again, set them up either side, and you're going to do the same drill again. Okay. So I've got my 2 cones. I'm going to put one down, and I'm going to do about 4 paces, or 4 of my paces apart. So I'm going to do slightly smaller ones because you'll have smaller steps. So to start with, if I bring that back in so you can see it, start with, I've got quite a big gap, okay, to kick it through. Put that blue on so you can see it a bit better, blue on top. So we're going to go from this cone here across to this one there. And if I then get my ball, I'm going to stand just back from it about 5 or 6 paces. I'm going to practice just kicking it through. Once it's gone through, run through, move the ball away from the goal slightly. Okay, come back, try then with the other leg, kick it through. Okay, jog, pull the ball back to the centre, a few paces back, and kick it through again. Have between 6 to 8 goes, and then you're going to move both of the cones in, so your goal posts become slightly narrower. I'm going to move this one, I'm going to put my toe on one side, and I'm going to move it to the other side. I'm just going to do it on the one so that you can see it nice and clearly. If you started off really wide apart, you might want to move both in to start with, and then slowly just one after the other. Okay, but I've moved it in, and I'm going to bring my ball back and have another go, kicking it through, run through, stop the ball. When you come through to the other side, make sure you use the other leg, so we're practicing on both sides, and you're going to kick it through. Come here and kick it through. Ooh, that wasn't quite hard enough. So one last go here and kick through. Again, have 8 to 10 goes on both legs, so you're doing 8 to 10 on each side, and then we can make it again smaller, so until you've got a width that is probably about this wide. So it's about your hip width apart. If you stand with your feet just apart, you can see, if I turn my cones, it's just hip width apart. If I move them back slightly, okay, I'm then going to have another go, but exactly the same. So I stand with the ball back, ball on the floor. I'm just going to kick it gently. Oh no, I mucked it up, so I have to run and get it, and I'm going to do it again until I get it through the goal. Okay, once I've got it through, I can then chase it, and then I can use my weaker leg. So I'll step, stand, and kick it through. Again, have 8 to 10 goes, but you move yours in a little bit slower, start quite wide apart, and then just move one cone in at a time, then do the other side. And each time, make sure you're practicing it on both legs. Okay, we're now going to try the same thing, but we're going to do it with a run up first. So as you can see, I've set the cones back up and they've got a bit wider again and about 3-4 paces apart. So you might want to do slightly bigger steps than mine because otherwise it'll end up quite small. You're going to start with the ball further back and then you're going to start even further back. You're going to run up and place your foot beside the ball and then kick with the other foot. And then we're going to do the same from the other side. So I leave the ball where it is. I'm going to start back from the ball. I'm going to run up, step, and kick through with my foot. The ball then should go that bit further, and I can run up to this side and do exactly the same again. So if I now do it from this side, I'm going to start back. I'm going to run up, step down with my stronger foot this time because I'm going to kick with my weaker foot. Run through, run behind the ball, run, step, and kick it through. Okay. Again, have 8 to 10 goes. Just running backwards and forwards using both feet, so 8 to 10 on each leg, and make sure you're running in between. If you're doing it against a wall, okay, run up, kick it, allow the ball to come back to you, stop it, run back and start again. But when you run back down, make sure you then swap legs so you're having a go on both sides. Okay, you can now see I've only got one cone that I've put down, and you're going to aim to hit the cone each time. Now if you haven't got a cone or something like a plastic water bottle you could use that stands up as a target, but you're just going to kick the ball and aim to knock the cone over. Each time you knock it over you get a point, and it's how many points you can get from 10 goes. Can you get 10 points or do you only get 8, maybe 5? Start off not too far away from the cone so that as you kick it, you knock it. Okay, after every 2 or 3 goes, depending on how good you are, move yourself back slightly so you're starting them from a different position. So I put my cones back up, I'll come back a little bit further, kick. I missed it that time, so that'll be no points from that go. So you move yourself further and further back. Because I missed it from here, I'm going to have another go from here before I move myself any further back. So don't keep pushing yourself back if you're not hitting it down. So I'm going to put the ball back to where it was, step, and kick and knock it over. So next time I can move myself further back. The other way you can do it is set up a few cones and try and knock them over. So I could have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So they're set up at different distances. So I've got 2 further away, 2 closer to me. I'll come back, put the ball down. I'm going to try knock over the first cone. Run, pick up the ball, come back, and then go for the next one. If you've done them all, and you get it done really quickly and really easily, you could time yourself, okay? If you're struggling to knock them over, instead make your focus on getting that kick nice and straight so you hit that target. Don't start too far back, start a little bit further forward, and then as you get better at it, move yourself further and further back. Okay, the next progression on is dribbling with the ball under control. So we're going to dribble around something and then try and shoot between our goals. So I've set my cones back up as goalposts, but like I say, if you've got a goal, you might want to use the actual goal for this. And then I've put a cone in front of me. You could put a carrier bag or a coat or a jumper or a scarf or a trainer, whatever you've got as an object. You'll start with the ball a little bit further away, and I'm going to dribble. So by dribbling, it's the same as kicking, but I'm not doing a big tap. I'm not doing a big kick. I'm just doing little taps as I run between my feet. So I move the ball between from one foot to another. And to go round an object, you have to move in that direction. So I'm going to start by going towards the object, okay, and then going to pull it away. As I get around the cone, I then kick the ball through. You can do it 3 or 4 times round, and then you can make it slightly more difficult to get to the goal. So you're then going to increase the amount of objects that you've got. So I've got to retrieve the ball, and instead of having just one, I'm going to have one there, one here, and then one there. So it's a bit like a zigzag. I'm going to zigzag in and out of this. I'm going to start back here. I'm going to dribble it, okay, round the cones. So I've gone round my first cone, using my feet, keeping the ball under control, round the second cone. Once I get past that third cone, I can then kick it through. You might want to spread yours out a bit more. You might want to put them in a straight line and do a zigzag weave. You might want to scatter them around or have different objects, and at certain times you go between different ones. It's up to you. If you've got a goal, you can start it a little bit further back, so you've got lots of space to kick it into the goal and give it a really big hard kick to finish. Make sure you're using the inside of your foot. For this drill, it's just another progression on, because I've just put some more cones out in front. I've got my goal there with the blue cones with the circular cones on top of it. That's what I want to get through. But I've got these 6 cones to avoid first. I can't just run up in a straight line. I'm going to have to zigzag between. You could alter them so that they're on angles, so they're not quite as easy to move between. However you want to set it up is up to you. And then start back here with the ball. Okay, and I'm going to say that I have to go around 3 of the cones before I'm allowed to score a goal. So I could come up, and I could go around this one, then round that one, round back towards this one, round, and straight up in front and score. Any combination, dribbling in and out, and then getting that strong kick through. Make sure you've got a soft knee and you're kicking with the side of your foot. Have a go. Try with a sibling or a parent if you've got someone to play with at home or against the wall first. Remember, just practicing getting nice and straight, then set yourself up with a target, and then you can challenge yourself to a bit of a game like this. If you haven't got cones, remember, you can use all sorts from things like trainers, water bottles, jumpers, bags, whatever you can put on the floor to scatter around. Hope you have lots of fun, and I'll see you again next week.